Alright, I'm just starting a little bit early just because I'm bored. In a second I will turn the camera around. Sorry that you have to hear my air conditioner right there, but yeah, it's 90 degrees and it's, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so, well, I did have a visitor here. Oh, had Rotella up here. Up there. Here she comes. Oh. There you go. How you doing, Rotella? She's getting old. Alright, so looks like we have a couple viewers. And this is a box I got from MattmRoy. I got it labeled upside down for reasons, obviously. And then this is another one I got from eBay. Hello, George Blakely. I got my genuine GM box cutter. And this is some really tough tape, Matt. Gosh. Man. I don't think you want me to get into. That is some tough tape, Matt. I made it just giving myself a paper cut. So he told me if there was. I asked him for one particular. I asked him if he had any particular item that he'd be. This one particular item he'd be willing to trade for cash, and he said, "Oh, I'll send you some and some other stuff." So let's see what we have here. This might actually come in handy at work. That's awesome. So the item that I had asked was he had some VGA cables, and he did send those. And this, cool. You know, I when I was watching that live stream, I meant to make a post or meant to make a comment saying I do remember these XD cards because I had a Fujifilm that took some, and let's see anything else cool in this. Doing this one-handed, so please forgive me. Feel something in here. Feels like batteries. Oh no, that's 320 gig hard drive. I definitely don't remember talking about that one. It's funny how, like, once I started opening the box, it went from like 3 people watching down to 1. That's a little weird. But try to get this all back in here one-handed. And some other stuff that I did kind of talk to him about, the DDR2 memory, DDR2 laptop memory. Cool. I don't know. I see a couple 1 gig sticks, and I see some 2 gig sticks. I don't know what they all are without opening them. And I can put you right here. Hopefully open it. Figure you don't want to see the foot you're sitting on. These are 2 matching Samsung 2 gig sticks and 2 matching Hynix 1 gig sticks. So, thank you, MattmRoy. That will come in handy. So, while I have you guys there, I'm going to try to chop open this bag from eBay. And I feel bad because while waiting on MattmRoy, hello, No Life 269, I did already open the package from MattmRoy. It was some some VGA cables, some laptop memory, wherever that other one went, that Olympus camera that he got in that bin from from the yard sale, and this cool little camera, or not camera, calculator, notepad thingy. When I asked him about the VGA cables, I don't remember how long, but it was a little bit that I waited. And then I'd say probably less than a couple hours after I clicked order on this on eBay, he got back to me. So I feel kind of bad, or he had said that he had already put it in the mail. But these will come in handy because I do have a bunch of computers that I am going to be pairing with 2 monitors for sale. So regardless, they are going to come in handy. I have some other stuff coming in from Amazon, but I'm probably not going to do videos on that. He just said that I could feel free to make a video on the unboxing of that. So I said, sure, why not? And this is what he was on the that calculator one. But yeah, I ended up starting it a little bit early. Now, does this have batteries in it? It does not. I don't have any handy either, but this might actually come in handy. Looked like somebody had the flash covered for some reason. I don't know why they would do that though. Olympus lens. Of course, I don't have anything to power this on with here where I'm at. I have plenty of CR2032 batteries though. So does anybody have any questions? I feel bad I started it early, but I was sitting here, I was getting really bored and hungry. So I'm going to definitely be getting something to eat soon. So I just needed to, I wanted to go ahead and get this out of the way. These are, like I said, I got these from eBay. It was a 5-pack. These were not cheap. I thought VGA cables would have gone down in price by now. But I think they went down in price, and now that they're not the standard, they've gone back up because they're not really. What kind of monitor are you using? Oh, here, let me grab this. This part of my room's a little bit of a mess. I don't really. Oh, crap. So, I'm going to be selling a bunch of these Dells that take the DMS52 or 59. So I need. So since you pretty much have to get this connector, and I have a see, dumpster diving used to, ooh, I better turn that around. Dumpster diving used to be better around here. There was a point where like I could find all kinds of crazy good stuff in the trash, but they changed a bunch of laws, and now it's really illegal to put anything computer related in the trash, and so a lot of people don't. Yeah, that's the thing. Text, like, you know, there's a lot of reasons I want to get out of New Jersey, and to be honest, that's not one of my biggest reasons. but yes, and so what I was saying is, since I have to get these connectors anyway, might as well, and I have a metric ton of matching Dell monitors, I might as well pair these systems with 2 monitors. Unless somebody really specifically asked me not to, and I was wondering what's going on. This case doesn't look like it's flush or whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would too. But I also know that Yeah, I'm always dumpster diving too. Like I used there. Like I grew up in like the poorer side of town or poorer area. So what we used to do is we used to go into what's known as Beckett or Swedesboro, which is a richer part of town, like upper middle class area, like really upper middle class. And we used to really find some good stuff up there. Like, you know, big screen TVs, stereos, computers, everything. Like, anything you found out there was probably mostly new and good. So it was nuts. Like back in the heyday, like back in the late '90s, early 2000s. Oh my God, man, we were killing it. And oops, sorry. Yeah, we were really killing it, and it was great. But you know, now I think because partly because the economy is tanking, you know, a little bit, and the new laws, it's just so hard to find anything. I mean, like I used to find my mother used to go nuts because I would come home almost every day on my way home from school with stereo equipment. Hold on. Try to get your comment back. You know, on my computer I own you. You know, the RT was definitely a weird one. It wasn't a bad one. It was just a weird. It was a weird product in the market at the time. And yeah, because the RT is the one that's ARM based, right? It's got the ARM processor. Hey, there's a, yeah, I see a. Let me see if I can try it. There's a groundhog. A groundhog outside. But so if you're wondering what I'm looking at the groundhog digging up my neighbor's yard. And there's like a bunch. There's a rabbit over there and a squirrel. But yeah, I used to come home with like crazy amounts of vintage. Well, at that time, it probably wasn't all that old, but vintage stereo equipment, and my mother was like, "Oh my God, more!" Because like the stereo I had in my bedroom at the time, we were lucky that the bedroom I had was actually on two separate circuit breakers, and like I was able to hook all this up. I used to tell my mother all the time, I'm like, look, other kids in my school are getting girls pregnant or doing drugs. I'm riding bikes and collecting stereo equipment. What would you rather have? What would you rather your child do? And since I usually had a couple hours between the time I got out of school and one of them got home, we used to crank it all the time. I just don't know if anybody even would be able to get away with that anymore. But speaking of which, like I said, I started it a little early because I was getting hungry and whatnot, so I'm probably about to go eat now. But I just wanted to knock this out of the way, and because he told me to. There's a lot more in the. Yo, my 2011 MacBook Pro has a 250 gigabyte Evo or Samsung Evo 840, not the 850 but the 840 SSD in it, and I swear that thing is painfully slow. It's got the i5, 8 gigs of RAM, but that thing is painfully slow. Like I've groundhog started chasing a squirrel and is now back in. Well, like I said, it has an SSD in it. I redid the thermal paste on it and everything. Well, like I said, when I got it, it had the Evo 840 Samsung SSD in it. I redid the thermal paste. What happens is it's quick. Boots up nice and fast, acts all nice, but as soon as you start to do anything with it, it gets so hot that it gets hot to the touch, and it thermal throttles. Because I actually tried another SSD I had in it, and it did the same thing. But what the computer itself, it just gets so hot that it throttles itself down. And really, the only time I use it is for church stuff. I have I use my HP Elite book running Linux Mint for everything else, so I'm not really all that worried about it. Like, I use it for, like, when we do like stuff that I need to have music play from it. But I'm watching the viewer countdown, and so you guys are probably getting bored, and I'm getting hungry, so I've never used the ADATA ones. I know a lot of people that do. They do actually work pretty good. They're not bad. They're really not bad at all. So, yeah, I did the fan controller one, and if I have the fan set 100% at all times, gets it gets a little better. That's how I knew it was a thermal throttling issue. But yeah, I mean, Apple has not been good with their thermal solutions lately. Although the new Mac Pro looks pretty good, but its base model is just an 8 gig, so it doesn't need that much. Or I mean 8 gig, 8 core. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, no, new MacBook is $6,000. I know the Mac Pro is $6,000. I didn't know the Mac Pro or the MacBook was. Yeah, I mean, $6,000 gets you an 8-core CPU, and what is it, 8 gigs of RAM or something like that, or 16 gigs of RAM. But yeah, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to clean the fan out on this Dell before I sell it. But yeah, I mean, I like that they're moving back to a modular design where you can actually do upgrades. That's definitely a huge plus versus what they had before, where pretty much all, you know, the trash can Mac. I might try to find the trash can Mac just now. Now that they should be going on eBay cheap soon. Yeah, what gets me is when I was looking on Apple's website, like up to the day that they announced the new Mac Pro, you could still buy the trash can Mac that had a processor from 2013 for $5,000. I'm like, that is criminal. You know, the way it's set up now, just like they had with the older Mac Pros, like, you know, you can upgrade the CPUs, you can upgrade, you know, if you need to. Like, I don't know. Yeah, because that was one of the things. Oh, you know, man, I have not watched that guy's videos in so long. I wonder if he's still doing anything. I don't know if you ever watched B Bishop PCM. He was showing the Apple II GS. They had it engineered where it was easy to work on. There was literally one screw in the whole system. It would come apart in minutes. And those machines are still holding on today. You know, I mean, you can't really use them on the internet, but they were, you know, they have lasted this long. And, you know, then you have these MacBook Pros that, you know, the video chips desolder from them. Their solution is a piece of foam that they put under it. You know, it's just, I don't know, man. Yeah, and they're expensive as hell. Boy, are they expensive. But I mean, to be fair, like if you look at like the iMac Pro, yeah, you can build something comparable, and you'd be saving a few $100s. But the iMac Pro is act with a 5K screen. I believe it's actually pretty decently priced. But yeah, it's not for your average everyday user either. It's not for you or me. I'm not going out and buying a Mac Pro or an iMac Pro. Yeah, that's true too. I mean, it's like my primary editing computer over there is a fourth gen Intel. It's an i7 4790. Actually, it's not even a K. It's just a 4790. And that's because I got a good deal on the chip. And because I had the 4690K and they're the i5, and then I got a good deal on the chip, so I went on the i7, which definitely makes a difference. I can't believe I've been rambling for this long and there's people still listening to me. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I might actually break out the MacBook Pro tonight just to do some updates on it, because I don't think I've used it since not Easter, but there was something in between Easter and now. Probably like 2 or 3 months ago is the last time I had it turned on. But I mean, I like the machine. I like the keyboard. Actually, do I like the keyboard on it? Keyboard's okay. I do like the trackpad. Trackpad's pretty cool. I think is there. Yeah, that's true too. They do kind of look all the same. You know, the funny thing is like when I do use the MacBook Pro, at no point in time do I think, man, I wish this could be thinner. Nor do I think, man, I wish this only had two USB-C ports. You know, the cat's rubbing her face on the phone. You know, like I don't, man, or like, man, I wish I had to use more dongles with it. You know, I like that it's got FireWire, it's got the SD card, it's got, what is it? I mean, I think it only has two USB A's, but still. Now, I do believe they're only USB 2.0 as well. They're not USB 3.0. But it's because mine's a 13-inch MacBook Pro. I like the size of it. I do like the size of it. Ah, man, you missed all the fun, Matt. Yeah, I do like the MagSafe though. That is actually a really nice feature on that. So Matt, do you want me to go through the packages I unpacked again? It's funny as when I created the live stream. Yeah, when I created I scheduled the live stream from the post office that I that I that I sent you that thing from. You can feel free to like put that in a blog like mail that you got from me, but it's definitely not worth a full video. It would be a nice little sub note. That's about it. I don't know if you saw the cat. That's the real star of the show. Yeah, she looked happy. I gotta give her a medication in a few minutes too, because it's been about 12 hours. But she seems to be holding together pretty well. But oh yeah, she was headbutting the phone. She was headbutting. If I put my hand here, which you can't. Yeah, I think it's a cat thing. And I was talking to a coworker today, kind of about the conversation on yesterday's live stream about the difference between cats and dogs. He's like, I've never really been much of a dog person. I'm like, I love dogs. Dogs are great, but cats are definitely smarter. I definitely do believe the cats are smarter. Because the one dog we had no idea. We had no idea that there was a porcupine in our backyard. At one point, when we let him out, and he decided to, we had to take him to the vet to get porcupine quills taken out of his face. Dogs definitely take more risks than cats do. She's trying to. Okay, well now she's gonna rub this box. But yeah, what I was telling Matt is like right after you said that you had mailed that out, actually right before then, I had just hit up eBay and got a 5-pack of these. I feel kind of bad, but either way they're gonna get used. And Matt, is it kind of normal for this to be kind of not even? And hello, George Blakely again. But yeah, since I think I have a total of 7 machines I'm going to be trying to sell, and they all take this DMS 59 connector. And I have that many monitors. That's definitely going to come in handy. I have never used Android on a PC. I have. Oh. She was just sniffing the box from Matt. I thought she was gonna try to do something crazy, but I've never used Android on a older computer. I've thought about trying it. I actually downloaded it once, but never actually installed it. And that was back in, what, Android 4.0 or something? 5.0? I think it was around the time that the Galaxy S5 came out. I was watching a video. 5 or 6? Yeah, I think it was a 5. I had downloaded it, and I was going to do it, and then I just never did. I never got around to it. I think that was the time that my job made me work like 90-some hours a week for 6 months straight. There's times I miss that job, and there's stories I tell like that I really don't miss that job. But we're coming up on a half hour. I'm getting hungry and tired. I gotta give the cat her medication. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and call this a day. So I just got home from work, probably about 5:45. I did not know you could only use. I guess because that's the only one that's designed for the ARM processor. Although I guess Chrome would be too, but maybe RT is. Oh yeah, RT is the one that's kind of locked down too. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. Really appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notifications of future videos and that kind of stuff. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.